Hello again, everyone. I'm writer coach Tony. It's January 2, 2022. It's 6:04 p.m. and now I'm going to do a movie review. This time from one of the movies nominated in this year's Golden Globe, and this movie has also won several awards from the critics. It's Belfast. So it's one of the top rated movies this year. I'm sure it's going to be nominated in the Oscars. Okay, Belfast. Director is Kenneth Branagh. If you don't know Kenneth Branagh, he's this British actor, director, producer. He has been in this position before. If I'm not mistaken, when I was a kid, 1989. He was nominated for he has been nominated for Best Actor, no, Henry V. Henry V was the one, no? And he has several nominations for Oscars. For Best Writing for Hamlet, and then Supporting Actor for My Week with Marilyn. So he's one of the rare actors, director, producer, and so you know what I mean. I've loved him for Much Ado About Nothing. No, that was one of my favorites, and he was also in My Week with Marilyn. So anyway, this movie is Belfast, and it's a story about, I think it's a personal story, you know. If you remember Roma, a few years ago, Alfonso Cuarón directed Roma. That was his, like a, what do you call that? A love letter to Mexico City. This time naman, it's Kenneth Branagh's turn to write about his childhood. It says here as a semi-autobiographical tale on his life in Belfast. So those who don't know where Belfast is, going, get your globe right now. And Belfast is in Northern Ireland, and just like me, I don't understand why. I mean, I have a vague understanding of why the Protestants there hates the Catholics, but I think it's because of the English. Because I saw a documentary before, telling a story about how the kings in England were controlling the Catholics in Ireland. And if you very well know, Ireland and Northern Ireland are fiercely Catholic. Ireland is really Catholic. I don't know about Northern Ireland, but based on the movie, there's friction between the Protestants and Catholics, which goes back centuries before, and so much violence between the two groups, no? And the English also have this long history of violence against Catholics. If you remember, Henry VIII yata yun, decided to break away from the Catholic Church, and he said, "Pope, go there. I will set my own Church of England." So anyway, that's a backstory to what happens in Belfast, because the movie starts kinetically. It's like Tenet last year. No? You sit down, you rest for 3 minutes, and suddenly all hell breaks loose. It's the same thing here in Belfast. You're like sitting, trying to open your popcorn, and in 3 minutes, it's scary because there are kids, no? So they're attacking all the Catholics in this neighborhood and destroying their houses, destroying their stores. So that part I really don't know why there's so much hatred, because Filipinos, we are fiercely Catholic. We also have our own Protestants here, but we don't really have we have a history of fighting between the Catholics and the Muslims down south, but nothing as violent as this one, no, in Belfast. The movie is very good. It's beautifully photographed. The acting is superb. I think some of them will get Oscar nominations. No? Catriona Balfe, Best Actress. Judi Dench, should fight for Best Supporting Actress. Jamie Dornan, that sexy guy in 50 Shades of Grey, is here. And lo and behold, he can act. And then Sharon Hines, who is a veteran actor, is also here. So in a way, those four actors should get nominations for acting. Van Morrison should get nominations for music, and then Kenneth Branagh for writing, directing, and producing this film. Yes, I like the movie. I enjoyed it. It's an eye opener. But in the movies, because I've seen many Irish, Northern Ireland, Catholics. The most this one is it's a feel good story. There are many scenes of violence. There are some disturbing scenes, because there was a scene where the kid was brought by this teenage girl to be initiated as a member of a gang fighting against, I think, the Catholics or the Irish. So, like, conflict starts at a very early age, and you can see it in Belfast. They teach hatred at a very young age. Suffice to say, the movie is bittersweet because eventually the family leaves. There was one turning point. There was a tipping point, I think, in the movie when the mother really decides to say, "Okay, F it. I'm not going to live in a society where I cannot live in peace, where I'm always being harassed." So there's a poignant scene in the end. Yeah, I can remember Judi Dench's face in that part. Very sad, but in a way, it allowed Kenneth Branagh to flourish. I think they moved to England because in the movie, the character Jamie Dornan, the dad, works in England. And anyway, for any family who has to live with strife, with terror, with violence, I think you have to leave that place pronto. Do not expose your children to violence because it's not worth it. One of them might get killed. So I think that's the point in the movie. It will be. I haven't yet set my top 5 drama or motion picture comedy this year, but soon. But Belfast ranks among one of the highest because of the way it's made, well made, and once again Kenneth Branagh shows us his directing skill in this movie. So, would I recommend to Filipinos? I don't think this movie will play well in the Philippines because unless people here are interested in Belfast, but like the rest of the world, everyone is interested in Spider-Man. Who cares about Belfast? But anyway, for people like me, the nerds, there are enough nerds in the world, who want more understanding about the conflict. This is a good movie to watch. As I was saying a while ago, there was in 1993 there was a movie by Daniel Day-Lewis that talked about Irish uprisings, Irish movie. Because he did a lot of Irish movies, but this one, In the Name of the Father. Oh my God, that's a movie which it's directed by Jim Sheridan. I think that movie really imprinted in my mind. Again, it's fighting between the British and the Irish, and it's beautifully made. It's really very bittersweet. So when I was watching Belfast, I kind of remember this movie almost 20 years ago. It's a very compelling movie, and it really showed to me the conflict between the British and the Irish, and that has been helped years later with me watching documentaries between the conflict. Belfast, as opposed to In the Name of the Father, though, Belfast is heartwarming. It has its violent scenes, but it's seen from the viewpoint of a child. No? The kid there should get nominated. I love him. There are award-giving bodies which gives awards to kids. Colin Morgan, no. Jude Hill, I think. Yes, Jude Hill. He's so adorable. For now, I think, yeah, he's in the running for winning the Kids Award, no? For Best Acting in a Movie this year. I'll include that in my own personal, so Jude Hill for Belfast. So anyway, thank you very much for your time. Please follow me in my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Facebook, and then please subscribe to my channel, Writer Coach Tony. I'll do a lot of movie reviews in the next few days because it's Oscar season, and I'll be voting soon. Pretend to be a voter. So anyway, thank you very much, guys. Take care, everyone, and let's have a great 2022.